Hey guys and girls, Daniel Tolson here. It's 2:30 on Saturday afternoon and I'm just about to rip into a bit of lunch. Over the last couple of years, I've had a lot of people asking me about the food I eat and the drinks that I drink. They often see me having pretty crazy looking green shakes in the morning and often see me having a lot of soups throughout the day. And a couple of my followers have really asked me, how do you present it? How do you eat the food? What is it all about? So I thought today I'd just start to talk to you a little bit about alkaline and acid in the body. So I was reading some work and some research by Tony Robbins. Most of you should know who Tony Robbins is. He's one of the world's leading peak performance coaches. And Tony Robbins, he does a program called Alkaline and Energize. And I really got into his program and I really got down and into what he was talking about was the foods and the things that happen inside our body. So I got really interested and I went out and I bought myself a pH test. So this is a pH test here and it tests the pH of your body. So essentially on one side of the scale you have alkaline and the other side you have acid. And Tony Robbins says that for the ideal internal health for mental and physical, you need to have a pH level of 7.365. So it's very, very accurate. 7.365 is the perfect alkaline acid level in the body. So that gives you a pH level of 7.365. So I got really curious, how do you get a pH body? So I went out and I bought a SoupMate Pro, and that's how I make my soup. So I followed the 7-day soup diet. So inside the SoupMate Pro, you can buy it off the TV, you can buy it off the internet. It'll cost you about $250 or $300. And essentially I just started making all these green soups, tomato soups, and essentially anything that comes straight out of your garden, green leafy vegetables, broccoli, tomatoes, leeks, anything that's in your garden that's green and leafy, these are all alkaline plants. And when you consume those, they become alkalized in your body and they change the pH and the acid level in your body. Green drinks like this is just celery. There's about 3 or 4 sticks of celery and a couple of apples in here. And this is alkaline in the body. So when you start to put these alkaline foods inside of your body, you start to change the body's chemistry. It enables you to have a lot more energy so that when you get up in the morning, you're fired up, you're ready to go. It enables you to hold your energy for longer throughout the day. Now, the other thing that's also alkaline in your body, and you might have heard a lot of positive psychology like Daniel Goodman, positive psychology. You might have heard of Dr. Tad and Adriana James. You might have heard of Brian Weiss, Bruce Lipton, Dr. Wayne Dyer. They're always talking about alkaline and acid in the body. And they're saying that in order to have a perfect mental health, to be on fire inside of here, you have to have a body and a mind that's also alkaline. So when you're eating these foods, these alkaline foods, when you're having these alkaline drinks, you're actually creating an alkaline body, which creates an alkaline mind. So your thoughts kind of work like this. When you have a thought, this is an electric impulse that goes down through your nervous system. Thoughts become electricity and they go down through your nervous system, through your neurology. Once they go down through your nervous system and they hit the thing, and it's called a synaptic gap. So those electrical impulses become chemical. And once they hit that synaptic gap, they become chemical in the body. Now, they can be alkaline at that stage or they can be acid. So any positive thoughts, any successes, any wins that you've had, any celebrations and positive things that are happening to you, those positive thoughts, they're racing down, they're sending positive electricity down through your nervous system. Then they hit the synaptic gap and they become alkaline in the body. So this changes the chemistry of the body. Now, if you're having negative thoughts, if you have stress, if you have anxiety, then these negative thoughts become negative electrical impulses. They come down through your nervous system, they hit the synaptic gap, and according to Dr. Deepak Chopra, here they become acidic in the body. So negative thoughts are acid, positive thoughts are alkaline. So if you have a lot of negative thoughts in your body, if you're drinking a lot of coffee, alcohol, red meats, if you're eating a lot of oily processed foods, if you're eating McDonald's, KFC, things like this is already acid inside of your body. Couple that with stress and anxiety, negative thoughts, doubts, limiting beliefs about what's possible for you and others, this becomes like twice the amount of acid in the body. So you've got negative thoughts hitting the synaptic gap, becoming acidic in the body. You're putting acidic food in your body and you're wondering why you're not succeeding. You're not succeeding because your mind and body are working against you. The food that you're putting in is acidic. The thoughts that you're holding inside your mind are acidic. You might have an alkaline diet. That's great. But if you still have negative thoughts in your body and in your mind, then that puts out the acid and alkaline balance. And you can simply buy one of these tests. It's called an Easy pH test, easyph.com.au, and you can test the level of acid and alkaline in your body. And I suggest you go out and get these ones, because you'll find if you have a very acidic body, it's going to show up, and your pH is going to be very high. It's going to be very dark blue. And that's not what you want. You want to have an alkaline body. You want to have that perfect match. You want to have the perfect diet, and you want to have the perfect thinking process. So if you want to be a peak performer, if you want to achieve all the goals that you haven't got so far in your life, if you want to break through those limitations that you haven't broken through yet, the first thing that you can do today, you can go out and you can buy a NutriBullet, and you can start to produce fresh, green, alkaline drinks every single day. You can find recipes on the internet. Make sure you consult your nutritionist and your doctor first of all, and then you can start to buy SoupMate Pro, and you can start to have a lot of alkaline soups throughout your day. And if you know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, you can have actually more than 7 liters of acid in your body. So if you go on a 7-day soup cleanse, you'll start to get rid of all that acid in the body. Then if you start to work with a performance coach, you go learn things like NLP, timeline therapy, if you learn hypnosis, then what begins to happen is you begin to change your thoughts. Your thoughts go from acid to alkaline. So now you have alkaline food and you have alkaline thoughts. It makes a better pH level in your body. You're going to feel much better all the time. You're going to need to sleep less because your body's not trying to fight all that acid in your body. You're going to have more energy in the day because you've got more alkaline in your body. And even if we fast forward it out in the future, and this is not a very common thing in society, most people don't look past the end of the nose. But if you looked at the consequence and the sequence, and I was trained by Dr. Edward De Bono, and he taught me about effective thinking for entrepreneurs. And if you look out there in the future at the consequence and the sequence of the things that you're doing today, you would actually stop. Because if you realize that if you keep having an acid diet, you're going to die 10 to 15 years earlier. If you have a lot of acidic thoughts inside of your head, if you have a lot of stress, you're going to die 10 to 15 years earlier than anybody else. But if you start to have an alkaline diet, if you start to have an alkaline mind, you learn those things, get rid of those limitations inside of your mind, then you're going to live a lot longer and a lot healthier life. According to Bruce Lipton, you can actually change your biology of your body by changing your thoughts. According to Tony Robbins, you can change your thoughts by changing your diet. So think about this. If you have an acidic thought and an alkaline body, you're going to have acid alkaline in your body. And it's going to be a weird mix, and you're not going to produce the desired results. If you have alkaline thoughts, positive thoughts, and you have positive food going in your body and alkaline foods in your body, you're going to be a peak performer. And you're going to be out there and you're going to succeed. You're going to have more success than anybody else. So the question was, why do I drink these soups? Why do I have these green drinks in the morning? It's because I want to have an alkaline mind and I want to have an alkaline body. And this is what I'm teaching my clients all the time. So if you're a client of mine, you know I've told you to start drinking Vital Greens. You know I've told you to buy a NutriBullet. Make sure you have. And I've also told you to buy a SoupMate Pro. And if you do this, you're going to give yourself a massive kickstart. If you're overweight, you're going to lose a bunch of weight. If you're not overweight, you could have up to 7 liters of acid in your body. You might even have, and the research shows this, you might have up to 20 kilos of feces in your bowels. And you can start to clear that out. Once you do that, you're going to have a lot more alkaline in your body. And out in the future, if you don't have alkaline in your body when you're older, the acid in your body is going to start to pull alkaline reserves out of the bones. And you're going to have very brittle bones. If you're very skinny and underweight, you're acidic already. And because you're going to have no fat in your body, the body's going to go in there and it's going to start to take the alkaline out of your body and your bones right now. And it means you're going to have a weakened immune system, you're going to have weaker bones. And you need those bones to keep you strong for the rest of your life. So this is why I drink alkaline drinks and have alkaline soups. And I suggest you do the same. So Daniel Tolson here. Make sure you share, comment, like and enjoy. And I hope you've got value out of this. So thanks for your time. Have a great weekend.